Hello everyone. I'm going to go ahead and try to make a mold for an epoxy type of project I'm doing. Got my sunglasses here. That's a big circle, is about 19 and a half inches. This is a Blade Runner. Blade Runner is basically a portable saw. Gotta get my gloves out because I seriously cannot stand knives, and this is a saw. This is probably one of my best investments here. It was about only like $200. It comes with different type of saw blades, and this one right here is for wood. You put the lever in, you push that in, boom, pop it in, adjust how you need it, and get to go. So that circle that I just made, I'm gonna go ahead and try to cut it right now. So with the circle, with plywood, it's very, very easy. It's very, very thin, and I know you guys are looking at it like he's not cutting it perfectly. Well, I'm doing this in the garage. I don't got a lot of tools, but I am planning on fixing that right about now. Pop the blade right out, put it to the side, and make sure that you go ahead and unplug and push it out the way. Okay, so I got a lot of mess there, but I'm going to keep the mess there because I got to fix this circle. I'm going to go ahead and get some sandpaper, 80 80 grit. I'm gonna go ahead and go on the sides. I'm only worried about the sides anyway. Make it enough curvature so there's no bumps, so when I put like something around, that it actually looks and feels like a circle, as best as I could anyway. And yeah, that's it. So looking around, see if there's any bumps, crevice, nothing. I don't care. I'm gonna just leave it like that. So Tyvek tape, if you guys haven't noticed, this is the stuff they put in houses when they're about to like build your house or do some repairs or something like that. And this stuff is kind of like silicone. When you put the epoxy in, it comes right off. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape this. This will be the bottom of the mold here. I saw this in a video. I thought it was like kind of cool. The tape is kind of expensive for what tape usually goes for, but it's if you're not using too much of it, or your projects are going to be small, I would invest in it. So I'm gonna put this tape down right here, take out all the excess, because any excess will probably cause the mold to be not level when you're trying to get the epoxy to stick. So take all that off. Definitely don't want any kind of extra stuff on there. Put the stuff away, and of course clean up, everybody, everywhere. Anyways, 19 and a half inches diameter. I forgot how to do diameter. Let me pull out tape. Maybe I can trace the tape. No, that's a mess. And here comes wifey, save the day, and she brings out white ribbon. We trace around and we pull it out. This is a garden separator. Basically, when you're doing landscaping, it separates, mulch and grass. I had a lot of extra, so I went ahead and took that. We'll use this as our little circumference, like a wall for the epoxy. And I'll cut off at any excess because you don't want any gaps. So it's going to be probably like a little, whatever perfect circle this really is. Trace it around. 2-man team. Wifey was still there talking to me, so she offered some help, and which I love when she helps me out. Seriously, I do this to stay alone, but sometimes you need help. And yeah, so we got that going. Now I'm gonna go ahead and Tyvek the wall, because if the epoxy comes right off the bottom, we want it to come off the sides as well. So I only need that kind of height. I don't expect to have anything higher than that, because that's a lot of epoxy. But yeah, this is what we're going to work with. And now what I want to do is I want to silicone this, but I'm going to put more tape on the bottom of this, because epoxy has its lovely ways of leaking through holes that really don't exist. So right now what I'm doing is I'm taping the bottom and, creating that curvature there and that little gap. I put something on the bottom of here so I can apply some kind of pressure while I'm putting the rest of this tape on. Like I said, Tyvek is extremely expensive, but I'm telling you right now, it's like super, super doable, especially if you're using epoxy on your projects. This is probably one of the biggest epoxy projects that I've done, or am about to do, excuse me. So I'm cleaning this off. I use Windex. Maybe it's the hood in me, I don't know. And now I'm putting silicone all the way around so that we can just try our hardest to block any kind of epoxy leaks. And wifey's here again. She's really a master at this silicone thing. When we redid our bathroom, she was the one that did it really good. Especially she has smaller fingers, and those are really good corners there. And it's always really good to have your partner with you trying to do these projects. So that was really cool that she stepped in and did that. And believe it or not, we did this on one take, and bro, I cannot really do silicone like that, so shout out to her for doing that. And of course, we had a lot of practice when it came to doing the bathroom. And you saw not much of a mess. And there it is. Now let's get to epoxy.